Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back, my friends. I hope this video finds everyone well and in good spirit. Can you believe it's the Midsummer already? Well, indeed it is. Midsummer event takes place in the World of Warcraft every year between June 21st and July 5th. Midsummer event offers variety of quests, some that can only be completed once and others are daily. Now, fun fact, Midsummer event was first introduced to WoW in 2008, and it was designed to coincide with the 2008 Beijing Summer Olympic Games. I did not know that myself until today. So today we're going to dissect what is Midsummer event, how is it different from vanilla, is it different on anniversary from prior iterations of the TBC, is it worth doing, what's in it for you, and who the hell is Lord Ahune? Or Ahune, I guess that's how you say it. Anyway, let's go. So a year ago, during Vanilla, Midsummer event was a mediocre event that offered some buffs and a limited inventory of some items to be purchased. In the Burning Crusade, it is much better actually, and a little bit different. Well, we'll start with the buffs. The TBC Midsummer event offers 3 different buffs, somewhat similar to Vanilla but different. First buff is the 10% to all experience gain. To obtain the buff, just click the ribbon pole in any capital and dance around it long enough for the buff to reach maximum duration of 1 hour. The longer you dance, the longer the buff duration will go, and it'll go all the way up to an hour. The second buff that you can obtain through the Midsummer event is the 3% crit to all attacks, spells, physical or magical. It is obtained by throwing a burning blossom into a bonfire. Bonfires are located all around the capitals and throughout the world. Burning blossoms you get for completing all of the quests of the event, and burning blossoms are the currency of this event. Now, the last buff is the bonfire blessing. It is obtained by interacting with the bonfire itself, and it is a random chance to deal 700 fire damage to enemy upon any attacks or casts. Now, before we go any further and discuss the gold making part of this event, I also wanted to ask you guys for a small favor. If you find this guide helpful, or I help you navigate the event, or help you make some gold in the process, please return me the mega solid by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Help me reach my sub goal of 3,000. I am less than 300 short. I would really appreciate if you could, it's free. But if you can't, that's alright too. I enjoy your audience as is, and thank you so much for watching. Anyway, let's continue. So the second part about Midsummer event that I wanted to go over are the main quests. The quests are the honoring of the friendly flames and desecrating of the enemy flames. So each zone in the Outlands has gotten 2 bonfires, one outside of each faction's town. Each flame or a bonfire is a quest. Interact with the enemy bonfire to desecrate it, or interact with your faction's NPC next to the bonfire to complete the honoring of the flame quest. Honoring gives 6 gold, desecrating gives 12 gold. Well, 11.99 and 5.99, but we'll round that up to 6 and 12. So with the 7 Outland zones, that makes 14 total quests, and a total sum of 126 easy gold in about 20 minutes. Especially if you got a fast mount. I'd certainly recommend getting at least the Outland ones done, as like I said, it's 126 easy gold. Now, the old world also have the same quests in almost every zone. Make sure you have Questy add-on to be able to tell which zones has the quest and which zones do not, and where the quests are located. Now, is it worth doing the old world quests? I don't know, you decide. It is much slower to reach locations without a flying mount, and the locations are much more spread than the Outland ones. But the rewards are the same. If you do decide to complete all of the quests, it is about 500 gold total between the Old World and the Outlands. Each quest will also award 15 Burning Blossoms, the currency we just discussed, and these quests are not daily. They can only be completed once per event. Now, aside from these main quests, there are a bunch of mundane daily quests available from NPCs near the bonfires in capital cities. Those quests can be completed daily, and they are designed to provide additional currency, the Burning Blossoms. The quests are pretty easy, catch a torch, throw a torch, kill an easy NPC mob outside of the dark portal. Pretty easy and mundane. Now, in addition to the daily quests, there is a main quest chain that leads to the event's boss, Lord Ahune. And there is also a fun quest that asks you to sneak into the enemy's capital city and steal their flame by interacting with their capital's bonfire. Now, as a rogue, I was able to complete it seamlessly, but I can imagine a non-stealthy class will run into some issues. As you can see, it was full of horde, and the moment I decloaked, I got some dots on me. Luckily, I was able to escape. Now, completing that quest, the stealing of the fire from enemy capital, will grant you more gold, more blossoms, and some very powerful and potent consumables. So I definitely recommend at least giving it a try. Now, stealing the flame can also be done only once per event, but it can be stolen. The flame can be stolen once from each of the enemy capitals, meaning you can do it 4 times, one from each capital. Alright, now let's talk about the main event, the short quest chain that starts in a capital city and leads to the event's boss. So the chain will send you to the old world to spy on some Twilight dudes who are conspiring to, yep, you guessed it, take over the world, right? What else? So once you successfully spied on them, return to the capital and get a quest to go into the slave pens. Once in slave pens, you speak to a couple more NPCs, and that is where the boss is summoned. Now, this boss can be summoned once per day. Now, here's a lesson that I learned the hard way. Whenever groups form to kill the event boss, everyone is expecting to use their daily summon. So group would reset the instance and kill the Ahune 5 times. Now, do not join a group if you already used your lockout for the day. And do not leave the group if somebody else just used the lockout and you killed the boss. Whenever groups form, it is expected that it'll be reset 5 times and everybody in that group will stay and use their daily lockout, their daily summon. See, I was being naive and I ignorantly summoned the boss thinking I could solo it, which was a big mistake. And then I joined the group without telling them, well, I didn't know any better, that my daily summon was already exhausted. I did not realize it was a daily thing. So I got an earful, so I'm just sharing that experience. Hopefully you can learn on my mistake. Lastly, here is the loot table for the boss. Now, so this is the loot table from 2021 reiteration of the Burning Crusade, the last time we had Midsummer event in TBC. Now, as you can see, the loot in 2021 is slightly different than the loot, at least the cloak, that I got today. It seems like it appears to be that the anniversary loot is buffed by about 10%. As you can see, comparing the cloak that I got today to the cloak with the same name from 2021. Now, it isn't confirmed if all the items are buffed by 10%, but I would say it's safe to assume so, right? If the cloak is, I would assume the other items as well. And finally, here is the shop inventory that could be bought with the Blossom currency. I mean, nothing too extraordinary, just some cosmetics, some good consumables, and of course a pet. And that is the Midsummer event. Did I miss anything, guys? What do you think? Are you going to participate? Are you going to farm the boss for some of the loot that he drops? Let me know in the comments. I do read and reply to every single comment. And on that note, thank you guys for watching. You take care of yourself out there. And good night.